Hello and welcome to Rick's Picks. We are at a queue here, waiting for an Eldritch Moon Shadows over Innistrad draft to start. So let's see what we get here. Okay, so here we are. This is an interesting pack. Lots of power here. We have a Collective Brutality, which is a great card. Madness Enabler, straight removal if we needed to. And I think I'm gonna take it. I mean, looking at this pack, I'm thinking we could end up being black-green Delirium, and maybe we will get something here on the way back. Probably a Morn Willow, perhaps a Backwoods Survivalist, or a Grapple with the Past. All of these would be great. Not taking a Weaver of Lightning as much as I like the card and the archetype. I've been a bit fed up with UR spells lately. There's this card which is pretty good too. I don't know, could take this thing too instead of the Collective Brutality. But since black seems to be so underdrafted, I think that's what I'm gonna try and take here. Alright, certainly some options here. We have a few blue cards that are great. I mean, Imprison in the Moon is pretty good removal, whereas Curious Homunculus is great on a spells deck. If we had taken the Lightning Weaver there on the first pick, we would probably take one of these. Here, this green card is definitely not something we're really looking to play in a green-black deck, and it isn't a card that I like to take unless I am already heavily into humans. There's this black card, which is a good one, but I think I'm gonna keep my options open here by taking a green card, and that is Grapple with the Past. Grapple with the Past is a great card. I mean, it's power-wise, it's not better than Imprison in the Moon. I don't think so. But I like black paired with green more than paired with blue, and I really do like green in this format. And this is a card that's important for Delirium, so let's go ahead and take that. Okay, here, let's see. We have a Cacique Prowler, which is a great card. We're probably gonna take that here. We could, just ignore this thing and try to get a Campaign of Vengeance. If, had we been at UR spells here, we would take a Drag Under, which is a great card. But I don't think that's a good. I think I'm gonna take a Cacique Prowler. The Faithbearer Paladin is a nice one as well, but no reason to jump into white here unless we're taking something like this, which is a quite powerful card in the right deck. I think I'm gonna take a Cacique Prowler and just see where that gets me. Alright, well, Backwoods Survivalist is great. It of the Horrid Swarm is also great, but I think I like the Survivalist just a bit better. And especially in a Delirium deck, which seems to be the case here. That's what we're trying to do. I mean, right now we are not necessarily black. We do have this first pick here, but that doesn't mean we can't just toss it out if we notice that we're getting good cards in some other color. Here, well, I'm gonna keep taking the green cards here. Survivalists seem like a nice option. And yeah, Survivalist number 2. I still like Survivalist over it of the Horrid Swarm. The Fragment is also quite nice. But I think, at this point, I think I may end up white-green. White-green humans, that is. Maybe we will get back the 2/2 guy for 2 mana, the bear that pumps humans on attack, back from our first pack. Second pack, right? First, second, I cannot remember. I think it was the second pack. Second pick, that is. But yeah, here we're taking the Survivalist. It's a great card, and with Delirium, it's, even better. Alright, we do already have a Grapple with the Past, so now we're going to take a Primal Druid. It's a card that I always like having, because, emerge is a thing. Other than that, we have Permeating Mass, which I don't think is a great card. I mean, never played with it. Seems like such a weird card. Definitely not taking it here. If I didn't take the Druid, I'd probably take a Grapple in the past. But yeah, I want to play with this thing someday to see just how good or bad it really is. Terrarium is also a fine option for us if we are going for Delirium here. But here I'm just gonna go ahead and take the Primal Druid. Alright, Bloodbriar is a card that I enjoy, especially if we get a bunch of Emerge guys, and especially if we get some, clues from the Shadows over Innistrad pack. If we get some clues matters cards, something like an ongoing investigation or overwhelmed mysteries. And that's pretty much it. I guess the second best card in this pack has to be Desperate Sentry, but not enough for a full move to white here. Okay, Thraben Foul Bloods is actually an okay card here, so I'm going to take that over these bad green cards. Oh man, I mean I could take the Survivalists, but the fact that this thing made it back makes me think that green is wide open. And I'll probably see the 2 mana guy on the next pack. Wow. This is a very good card, by the way. Alright, well, no such thing. I think what we're going to take here is a spontaneous mutation. Because, I mean, we're not blue or anything yet. We may open something that pushes us into blue. But this is great with Delirium, obviously. Alright, here I could take the Repel the Abominable, Wolfkin Bond. Wolfkin Bond is not a great card. I think I'm just gonna take the white card here, just in case. And well, just in case we are blue, let's take the Take Inventory here. Alright, Waxy Moon. Okay. So let's see what pack 2 holds for us. This was an okay first pack. We did get a bunch of very efficient workhorses here. Ooh, alright. Well, here we got Giza and Geralf. Man, that's a pretty good card. We have this zombie, and that's about it, right? Not bound to have a lot of zombies, since we are green at this point. I don't think I'm gonna take Giza and Geralf. We don't really need to, splash for 2 colors. I don't know, maybe we should. I mean, it's a powerful enough card that we could just draft around it, right? Maybe we, won't get to play it in the end, but green blue is an archetype that I really like, and I guess since I'm green, I could afford to splash either for black or for blue, depending on how the draft goes. So I think I'm gonna try and take Giza and Geralf. There's a Narwhal Dryad, which is a great card too, and it's a safer pick. But I think I'm gonna try and get this thing. Let's see. I hope I don't regret it. Alright, well. Sadly, Mornwiller is a plant skeleton, not a zombie. But it is a quite good card. We could just go ahead and take that, right? Since we are already on black and green at this point. We have a few nice blue cards here. I mean, yeah. Drag Under and Enlightened Maniac and Drowning Behemoth are all very okay. This is a good black card, however, not in this deck, I don't think, since we're not bound to have a lot of vampires. A good red card. I think I'm gonna take a Morn Willow. It's a very powerful card that tends to go even late in the draft, even though it did not made it back for me from from the pack I actually opened. The first pack. So yeah, I think I'm gonna take it. Alright, Foul Emissary. Foul Emissary is great. There's a certain death too, but I think Foul Emissary does what we want to be doing here. Hopefully we get to pick up a couple of emerge cards to make this thing work. But when it does work, it's really awesome. There's a certain death, which is a card that we could also take. However, it's a bit expensive, even though it's a fine card. So I would rather not take it this early. Also a Thermal Alchemist, which is a card that I'm always unhappy to pass. But oh well. Alright, well, we have a Foul Emissary number 2, or a Tangle Claw Werewolf. I mean, Foul Emissary, to make it really work, we would need Emerge, guys. Without Emerge, not sure how good this thing will be. Still playable, but not nearly as much. So I'm thinking of actually taking the Tangle Claw Werewolf here. There's a nice red rare here, by the way. Also a 3 Oh no, there's a Boon of Emrakul. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna take a Boon of Emrakul. I'm not sure why I didn't see that. It's a great card in Green Black Delirium, as it's a removal spell that also fuels Delirium because it's an enchantment. So yeah, I think I'm gonna take that. Probably my best option here. Alright, and well, this spec is not that great. Could take a Rise from the Grave. Not a bad card by any means. We could also take a certain death, since we are, lacking in removal spells so far. Not sure how good Collective Brutality will be in this deck, but I'm willing to just play it as a 2 mana removal spell for small creatures at sorcery speed. Certain death. Yeah, I guess it also allows me to discard lands uh, to make sure I hit Delirium if I need to. So yeah, I think here I'm taking a certain death. Okay, it seems like we're not getting the Emerge, guys, meaning that not sure how good Foul Emissary will be in this deck. But I think I'm gonna take a Bloodbriar because, like I said, this is this also works very well with clues. We could also take like an Olivia's Dragoons, Olivia's Dragoon, that is. I guess it could be better for us because we don't have a lot of ways to trigger Bloodbriar, and the Dragoons, it's a fine card that can help us with Delirium, and if we get any Madness cards, it can help us there as well. Alright, Eight of the Horrid Swarm. Definitely what I wanted to see here. I kind of wanted a Weirded Vampire too because of Madness. But, the Madness black cards in Shadows over Innistrad are generally much better than the ones here in Eldritch Moon. So maybe we will get some on the last pack. But here, yeah, I'm definitely taking the It of the Horrid Swarm. Alright, here, well, this makes me wish I had taken the Bloodbriar there, but yeah, let's take a second to leave as Dragoons here. Cemetery Recruitment is an okay card, but again, we don't have a lot of zombies. Probably won't get him. So yeah, Giz and Geralf, I'm not sure how good they will be. I mean, they're still good, obviously, because they're 4/4s for 4 mana that helps with Delirium. But the problem is, I'm not sure it's worth splashing onto a third color to get Giz and Geralf. So guess we shall see soon enough here. Ah man, look at this. This is a super late Guardian Priest. I think that's what I'm gonna take here. Just to hate draft. I mean, this isn't a a draft league yet, so there's actually a point in hate drafting. Or maybe I could take a Crop Sigil. Not sure how good that will be. I mean, it has been underwhelming for me before. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and take a Sigarian Priest, yeah. Alright, well, Thraben Foul Bloods is actually a nice card here for us. So, let's take it. Alright, this is a super lit Guys of the Archives. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take that. Alright, Thraben Foulbloods number 3. And at this point, I'm starting to think it would be okay to actually try and play Gizengarov if I get good mana fixing. Something like a fork in the road to help me get blue mana more often. But yeah, well, with 3 Foulbloods, I think that would be okay. Flint Elemental, that's the only zombies I have so far. But who knows what I'm gonna open, right? In this last pack here. Alright, well, this is a very weak pack for us. There's nothing we want here. Very sadly. I think we're gonna end up taking just a Hinterland Logger. It's either that or a Grotesque Mutation. And not the greatest fan in the world of Grotesque Mutation. I'm hoping something like a Sanitarium Skeleton makes it back, because it's good with cards like Olivia's Dragoon and Collective Brutality. And even, it kinda helps with each of the Horde's form. You can play it for 6 mana and sack the skeleton. But yeah, here I'm gonna take a Hinterland Logger. I think this kind of card is I think we can get skeleton later on, maybe even from this pack. Even though I'm not sure because black is so shallow here. So maybe the skeleton will not make it back, but I guess we shall see. Could also take a Reckless Scholar, which is a great card, admittedly, but I don't really want to splash for 2 blue cards unless they're both bombs. So let's take a Logger. Right, another Sanitarium Skeleton that we are not going to take. I think I'm going to take a Trasvezi Overmold here. It helps us get mana fixing for Gizengarov. It helps, and also with Delirium, we can actually go get Gizengarov to start doing our thing. Hopefully, something here makes it back, because this pack has many more actually good cards for us. Moldgraph Scavenger is nice, Vessel is nice, Skeleton is nice. But yeah, here I think the Trasvezi Overmold does everything I want. Alright, Accursed Witch is an amazing card that I'm happily taking here. Both Graph Mole and Briar Bridge Patrol are okay. Macabre Walls is also quite nice. But yeah, I guess I like the Accursed Witch better than all of these. This is a fairly strong pack. We have Just the Wind, we have Pyre Hound, both cards that are very, very good in blue-red spells. We have a Silver Strike, which is not a card that I am very excited about, but it's removal spell. If you're light on removal and need something desperately, this will certainly do the trick most of the times. But yeah, let's go ahead and take the Accursed Witch. Alright, some options here. Drawing Temple is actually nice in this deck, I think, because we have ways to discard it and then just ramp. But I think I'm gonna just go ahead and take a Solitary Hunter. It's always a great card to have, very dependable, nice stats. Werewolf punishes, mana screw by your opponent. Aside from that, yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't really want an Alms of Divine or a Confront the Unknown or a Lone Dryad. Or even an Epitaph Golem or a Weaker Witch. All okay cards, but Reduce to Ashes is fine. Thurban Inspector is awesome. But those are not in our colors, so we're not gonna take those. Okay, we got a Kessig Dire Swine. We could also get a True Faith Sensor, because we do have a bunch of humans in this deck. I mean, just a few, right? This is a human. These are humans. Some of the werewolves are humans too. The survivalists are humans. This is a human. You can even attack, right? Attack and block, since he, it's gonna get vigilance. But I think the Dire Swine is more in line with what I want to be doing here. So that's what I'm going to take. Okay, Crow of the Dark Tidings is fine, and also it combos with Giza and Geralf, even though if I keep replaying this thing and it keeps dying, I'm gonna be at risk of actually floating myself. I mean, actually decking myself. But it's nice to have cards to help with Delirium. So there we go. Let's go ahead and take the Crow. Hmm. Corrupted Graphstone. The problem with Corrupted Graphstone is that it's not going to help us fix into blue, right? Because we have one blue card, and if that's in the graveyard, then we don't really need a Corrupted Graphstone. So I'm just going to take a fork in the road. It's a better card for what we want to be doing here. Alright, Throttle is a fine enough card, I think. We are quite light on removal spells here, by the way, which means that we might actually play Throttle. Alright, well, Manic Scribe made it back, and since Manic Scribe is a card that could get me, because, I have so many self-milling effects here, perhaps our opponent, if he's blue, he could bring the Manic Scribe in, and just, win from there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hate it. Alright, Sanitarium Skeleton is okay, even though I don't think I'm going to end up playing it because I'm a little bit crowded here on my main deck. Oh, here I'm taking the Just the Wind, which is a great card, and this is super late to have a Just the Wind going around. Since I did pass a Lightning Weaver for my first pick in the draft, my opponents to my left are, one of them is almost surely on blue spells, blue red spells. I mean, who knows, right? But since I had nothing in that pack that I would even remotely think of playing, it doesn't matter to just hate a good card. Alright, Wicker Witch, Confront the Unknown. I think I'm gonna take a Wicker Witch. We may end up needing it because it's to reach Delirium. Guess we shall see. Gibbering Fiend, sure, it's a fine card. Alright. So this is our deck. Let's see how we build it. So we have at this point here way too many cards. I'm actually thinking about just dropping the Gisangarov. Not sure. I mean, at the end of the day, do I really need it? I guess I can take out something like a Sanitarium Skeleton. I mean, it's cute to combo with, Olivia's Dragoons and Collective Brutality, but at the end of the day, I just think I'm not going to need it. I guess Bloodbriar could also go out, since we only have one card that makes a sacrifice, and that is it of the Horrid Swarm, right? Yeah, I suppose so. So now, like, we have Gisangarov, and we have 3 zombies, I think. Yeah, the 2 Thraben Foulbloods and 1 Crow. We could take out something like Gisangarov and a Fork in the Road, even though Fork in the Road helps us with Delirium. I don't know. I just think that Gisangarov can be a game-winning card, right? So maybe we should take like 1 Olivia's Dragoons out, since we don't have a lot of cards to discard for it, and then 1 more card. Don't want to take a Backwoods Survivalist, and I don't want to take out a Solitary Hunter. And I don't really want to take out any of the zombies. I think I can take out the Solitary Hunter. I mean, it's a great card, but we are kind of clogged on the 4 mana slot here. And I think, since I do have a couple Backwoods Survivalists, those are going to be doing, pretty much the same job as the Solitary Hunter, especially because I'm thinking it's going to be quite easy for us to reach delirium here. Sadly, this thing is a boar horror. It could be a zombie, right? Yeah. So yeah, I think I'm gonna sadly take out a solitary hunter. I think I would rather have a single claw werewolf than that. So let's sort by color. See what MTQ. I'm thinking like 1061. Man, the thing is, if we end up milling away our one blue source, that's gonna be problematic for us, isn't it? Do we have anything here to help us with that? I don't think so. We didn't take the can't remember the card's name. The artifact that transforms into Aurora Ephemeral Cool. That would certainly help here. But yeah, well, I guess we should just hope for the best regarding blue sources, right? Because I'm certainly not playing more than one here. And I guess if we end up, with our sole blue source on our graveyard, we can use this thing by discarding it to something like Olivia's Dragoons or the Collective Brutality. I mean, we'll see about that. Hope I don't have to do that, but oh well. So yeah, this is pretty much what I was thinking. 971. 971 seems fine. All right, well, this is it. I think this deck could be quite good. It certainly seems to reach Delirium quite easily, and we have a bunch of really nice Delirium cards, right? All right, so let's hope things work well for us, and see you round one.